Lumberyard ready to serve you.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Another exciting sports season is here, and all across Hawaii, hundreds of young athletes are giving their all in the spirit of competition. With that in mind, your friends at H-Camp, the Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, want to remind parents, coaches, and athletes to be vigilant in recognizing the symptoms of a possible concussion, appearing dazed or confused, having slow speech, and being slow to respond, among other signs. To learn more, please visit hawaiiconcussion.com.
This is ESPN Honolulu, KKEA Honolulu, AM 1420 and K224 FR, Honolulu, 92.7 FM.
This is Sports Center.
I'm Kevin Winter. Quote, Pat Beverly tricked y'all. Man, like, he playing defense, he don't guard nobody. Man, he just running around doing nothing. That was Russell Westbrook in November of 2019 regarding Patrick Beverly. They're now teammates. According to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, the Lakers are finalizing a deal where they'll acquire Pat Beverly from the Utah Jazz in exchange for Taylor Horton-Tucker and Stanley Johnson. Deal's going to be finished up in the morning. By the way, Taylor Horton-Tucker, his name was involved in every big-name potential trade out there for the Lakers. Kyrie, Durant, Shaq. Maybe not Shaq. That was old. But they trade him for Patrick Beverly. Okay. Let's go to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. Baseball this afternoon.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball. Deep left center field. Way back. Home run, Jose Ramirez. He's done it again. And it's 2-0 Guardians. Jose Ramirez 2, San Diego nothing.
The call on WTAM, Guardians with a 7-0 win eventually over the San Diego Padres. Padres have lost 7 of 11. They continue to fall behind the Dodgers, who are pounding Milwaukee tonight 12-4. Toronto wins. Baltimore wins. Seattle loses. Baltimore loses. Tampa wins.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
The Brooklyn Nets, with KD on it, probably have the best roster in the NBA if everyone's healthy.
More from TJ and Max Thursday morning at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN2.
Sports Center is brought to you by Mackay HR. Visit MackayHR.com/value for a free no-obligation analysis. Call the Coach with Timmy Chang on ESPN Honolulu. Brought to you in part by
Ruby Tuesday Hawaii, IBEW Local 1186, Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union, Hawaii Pacific Health, and Pacxa.
And we are live at Ruby Tuesday for Call the Coach with Timmy Chang. Yeah. Folks, it's game week. I know we've been talking about it starting Monday, but it is game week. This is the first and last Call the Coach before the start of Timmy Chang's era as head coach, and super excited about it. Yeah, that deserves a clap for sure. Coach, last week we talked about getting done with camp, starting prepping for Vanderbilt. The Commodores already in town, so we don't want you to say too much, but who's your starting quarterback?
I like it, John. I like it. It's been close. It's been really close. It's been a great battle with those guys again. Highly recruited kids out of high school that chose to come here and play under our offense, and I'm very grateful that they're here. They're all good kids. We got some experience built in from last year with Shager, and then the two boys that came in, and Joey Yellen, top 10 quarterback out of his class, and as well as Cameron Cooper, a lefty that I watched over and over and over in all the different camps that we used to attend. But good quarterbacks, and I think one of them will do a great job.
Speaking of quarterbacks and former UH baseball player, UH quarterback, and our sideline reporter for all UH home games, Hunter Hughes is in the house. Hunter! You can catch him on the podcast Hawaii Football Now on ESPN Honolulu. And this is after all called Call the Coach. But last week we did a lot of texting in. That's fine too. But we are on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We're streaming live on all of those platforms. And you can text or call in at 808-296-1420. Must feel good to have the starting lineups set. And while you are not telling everybody who the quarterback is yet, we do know who most of your starters are throughout, and it is available on hawaiiathletics.com on the football tab. You just go to the roster. Are you happy?
Yeah, for these guys, it's about the experience. It's about getting out there and performing, and that's what I'm excited about this Saturday. Really, in all honesty, as anytime you go into the first year with a program, and I've done it a couple times now, you just don't know what you have until the bullets start flying.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And so, we take for granted, and that's what helps me coach, is that never forget, what it felt like as an 18 to 22-year-old on campus, going through a school schedule, going through all the different things on what happens lead up to a Saturday, a spring, a summer, and then you get one chance to play those plays, and you won't get those chances back. And so, all the decisions that you made all the way to this point, to that Saturday at 4:30, matter. And so, the thing about what I'm very excited about is that since I got here in January, those kids have made good choices. They bought in. They understand our standard. They understand our culture, and they just want to keep getting better. And that's what I'm hanging my hat on, and I love about these kids.
You get guys buying in before you even started coaching, because 18 players on your current roster have transferred in from schools across the country. That's a lot to be said about who they want to play for and where they want to play.
Yeah, it's they're coming for opportunity. Let's not get it twisted. They want to play. They're coming from programs that, hey, whatever situation, Joey was backing up Pickett. One of the top quarterbacks drafted in the first round, and he wanted a chance to come here and play. There's a bunch of guys from University of Arkansas, USC coming back home, and these guys across the country, they're coming to play, and we love that about them. And now it's, buying into our culture, our state. Our culture has so many different beautiful things about it, and we can go on and on. But, representing the state, playing for the state, there's nothing like it. And these kids are either coming back home to play in front of their family and friends, or, they're coming in to buying into our culture and how the way we do things, and play some football at a very high level and very exciting football.
Last week we talked about the offense. This week let's talk about the defense, because there are some guys that have did exactly what you just said. They transferred in, didn't get the playing time they wanted at the other schools, but they will find playing time. They will find the field here. But let's start with your leader and captain, Blessman Ta'ala. This is a guy that the folks in Nashville are worried about.
Blessman is unbelievably strong. I think there's a video of him during the spring power cleaning a very large amount of weight. And
a Volkswagen Bug, I believe that's what they said it was.
Yeah. And he's so quiet. He's a gentle giant. He's so quiet in demeanor. But when his hand goes down in the dirt, he turns into a different guy.
Yeah.
And he moves bodies. He causes disruption. He gets in the backfield, and we love that about him. And really, I remember when he was recruited out of here, recruited out of American Samoa with Panay. And there's a picture of them at an airport, and that picture was 6 years ago, and he stands here as our captain, and I'm so proud of him, as well as Panay.
Yeah, and that's the other captain on the defensive side of the ball, Panay Pavihi, traveled with you for Media Day. That says a lot about him. He is a very big part of this defense. What do you see out of him? He, after all, is like 30 years old after being a super senior and getting a year back. This is his 6th season.
Yes, he's.
I was kidding about the 30, but this is his 6th season. I'm not kidding about that.
And it's pretty common, with the deal with the COVID and having red shirts and things like that. But no doubt he's the alpha male in the room. They go as he goes, and he's a guy that I recruited to Nevada. We try to get him at the last minute. on a late trip from American Samoa, and he ended up coming here, and we ended up having to play against him about 4 times. And but every time I seen him, I gave him a big hug, and just so happened as life turns, I become his head coach.
That's awesome.
And
yeah.
so, but he's a great kid, and like I said, he's the alpha male, and when he goes, we go.
On the other side, it's Isaiah Tufanga, another guy who's very animated and another senior leader.
Yeah, Isaiah is a great kid. I mean, he's another transfer back from Oregon State. Remember playing against Isaiah at Oregon State as a true freshman. He played at linebacker, and a great kid, comes from a great family. Excited about him. You know, he's so cerebral. He's another soft-spoken guy that leads by his actions, and you know, again, you know, excited to have him, excited to coach him.
I think one of the biggest, or some of the biggest losses came from your defensive secondary. Can we talk about them for a minute? Because you did lose some senior players there, but you've been able to fill those gaps with guys like that transfer. Here's another one that transferred in from Arizona, Malik. You had JoJo Forrest listed as a starter. That may change come Saturday. You got Matungi Thompson, son of Afatia Thompson, a running back. Also a very good two-way player that played at Punahou. I know you're really high on Matungi.
Yeah, you know, Matungi is a gray shirt freshman that you know, is athletic. It's how you want to look, right? He's 6'1". He's in the 180 to 190 frame. He runs well. You're gonna see his hair flapping all over the field as he makes plays. But again, another guy that comes from a great family, a teammate of mine. But good kid, and he loves to hit, and he loves to come downhill, and you'll see him around making plays. You know, as well as Malik. You know, Malik's coming from Arizona. He's a guy that, you know, he has 1 year left, and he understands what this thing's all about, and so he has no time to waste. He's going to be dialed in at the nickel position and ready to go.
So Matungi Thompson's playing safety. The other safety is Leonard Lee, a guy who just received a full scholarship.
Yep. You know, it's another funny how life works out story where you know, I get a call from June about Leonard Lee, as June was coaching Kapolei years ago, and he told me about this kid. He says, "Hey, you got to take this kid," and you know, I think I was at Jackson State at the time. And you know, haven't taken him, and so I just tracked him and watched him walk on to University of Hawaii. When I came here in January, he wasn't on the team, and so humbly, he tried out. We had open tryouts in spring, you know, as a player on the team, as a guy that stepped away from the team. He ended up retrying out, and I thought that was very humble of him to do that. And I really had a vote. You know, I went into a team meeting and said, "Hey, who wants Leonard Lee back on the team?" Everybody in the room raised their hand. I called them immediately after. It was about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I said, "Hey, the boys want you back on the team." And, you know, from that point, he cried on the phone, said, "Thank you so much, Coach." I said, "Don't thank me. You come in here and work every day." And that's exactly what that kid did. He busts his tail every single day. He's a better person than any part of the football part of anything. And I'm so grateful to have him, and now he is starting for us. And so, you know, it's a great story. It's a great story, and you just know those kids in life are going to make it, and they're going to be difference makers in this world, and especially our Hawaii community.
We're going to take a break here in a few minutes, but I do want to remind everybody that we're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We're live there with a video stream. You can also call and text in at 808-296-1420. We got a bunch of texts right now, and before we take that break, I do want to get to this fun one because this looks like fun. How's it, Coach? Good luck on Saturday versus Vandy. 2 questions. Any idea when we'll see the new Adidas collection and mini helmet drop at the H Zone? Pickings are a bit slim right now, but my credit card is ready to roll. Second question, Nasty Nate versus Chris Brown. Who wins the bench press competition?
Oh. Okay, first question. That's good that your credit card's ready to roll. We like that. We like that. You know, I don't know. I don't know about, you know, with Adidas and the helmet dropping and all that. That's a great question, but I'd stay tuned. You know,
yeah, for sure.
You know, I'm wearing this nice Adidas new printed Brotherhood shirt, you know, with a beautiful koa necklace I was just given. Thank you, boys.
Double X.
And
Double X.
And
Double X.
you know, the second part of your question, I would have to give it to Chris Brown. He is he's on a different level right now.
Yeah, he is a beast.
Yeah.
They're both beasts.
Yes. Don't get it wrong.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, real quick, I want to talk about the Chang gang. Before we go to break, we have about 2 minutes, so I'll just ask you real quick. It's called Little Cakey Ask Big Questions featuring Timmy Chang. And this video just dropped on all the platforms I just talked about, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Tell me about that real quick, because that's your kids.
Yeah, you know, it's something that I love that we got the opportunity to do it, because we'll look back years from now and you know, when it's all said and done, they're going to have their own kids, and we can look back at our questions and our funny times, and our journey is unbelievable. We you know, I just pick up my family, and there's a coaching gig, I take them there. There's another one, I take them there, and so they don't say no, and they always enjoy themselves and love themselves. And I tell you what, I thank the people at ESPN Honolulu, Jaren, and you guys are unbelievable, and I'm very, very, very grateful to you guys, because you guys do everything above and beyond for our program, and you put us out there in the media. And so, you know, anything that I can do for this station is, you know, I'm going to do.
And we will take you up on that. Okay, let's take a quick break. When we come back, maybe the kids will take my job. Who knows? No? Let's not get too loud with that. I was kidding. Okay, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk Vanderbilt. We'll have more on Call the Coach with Timmy Chang.
Here's something new from Pacxa, Hawaii's premier technology provider. HPE Electra powers your data from edge to cloud. The HPE data infrastructure is AI-driven, built for cloud, and delivered as a service. The solution provides fast, consistent performance and 99.9999% guaranteed availability. To learn more and to schedule a demo with Pacxa, Hawaii's HPE Gold partner, go to paxa.com/Electra. That's paxa.com/ALLETRA.
Rainbow Warrior Football is back. Food trucks, concessions, beer, entertainment, kids zone, and so much more. Head coach Timmy Chang and the Brotherhood host an exciting 7-game home schedule with their home debut at Clarence T.C. Ching Athletics Complex on August 27th against Vanderbilt of the Powerhouse SEC. Join the Ohana and get your tickets today by going to etickethawaii.com. Rainbow Warrior Football, live only happens once. Welcome to the Brotherhood.
How did your high school football team do? Follow us on our ESPN Honolulu social media platforms for the Scoring Live and ESPN Honolulu scoreboard. The final score of every prep football game will be posted at the end of each Friday and Saturday night. Mahalo to BMW of Honolulu and Ron D Solar Services.
Would you easily be able to locate your home insurance and last 2 years of tax documents for a home loan application? Do you know where all of your time-sensitive documents are?
If you answered no to any of these questions, Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union wants to help you be better prepared.
Go to hificu.com and click Enter to win a $100 Hele gas card when you register to download the Ho'okele Guidebook. Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks you can actually speak another language. Como si fuera magia.
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
You've got bugs. What's your move? A rattly can? Or a simple spritz? Bugs near your kids and pet? Will it be ingredients you can't pronounce? Ew. Or essential oils? Bother the bugs, not your family. Zevo uses essential oils which attack bugs' biological systems, so Zevo kills bugs, plus is safe for use around people and pets when used as directed. Zevo, people friendly. Bug deadly. Now at a store near you.
Oh, oh, oh. O'Reilly. Stay cool this summer with AC Pro and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get a $15 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card after mail-in rebate with the purchase of select AC Pro ready-to-use refrigerant products that include a hose and gauge. Beat the heat before you hit the road with AC Pro at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Call the Coach with Timmy Chang on ESPN Honolulu.
Back here live at Ruby Tuesday. If you're driving home and feel like eating something good, come see the folks here at Ruby Tuesday, Moanalua, for Call the Coach with Timmy Chang. Coach, let's get into Vanderbilt real quick. Actually, let me ask you a question about Friday, since we're at home. Somebody wants to know about staying in a hotel, because that's something that we've always done at home. And is that a good thing? Does that keep them away from distractions? How does that work with you?
Yeah, the hotel and the whole point of having them in a hotel the night before the games is because you do a lot of reviews. You meet. You get to meet with them a couple times. You get a walkthrough. You get to feed them. You get to make sure you know what's going into their body the day before. You know what type of rest they have. And so there's a whole system of how we handle things the night before the game and during the Saturday, especially in late kickoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with late kickoffs, and we're always kicking off the last in the country. You know, so you know, having the night games and things like that. You know, we get them up, we eat breakfast, we have a meeting. You know, we have a walkthrough. You know, we go through different checks and scenarios just to make sure the boys are, you know, on task and ready to go. And
this is something that it's been happening for decades. I mean, I remember staying at the Marriott by the airport when I played. Where'd you guys stay?
We stayed at the Ilikai.
Oh, you guys stepped it up a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think the Marriott's even there anymore. I don't even know. Okay, here's a question. Will you guys be aggressive and take the ball if you win the coin toss?
Good question. Probably won't share with you on top of this platform, but definitely, you know.
I'm 0 for 2, by the way. I'm 0 for 2 now on the quarterback and on the coin toss.
Yeah. There's different scenarios that play out, and so you know, we're gonna play to the strategy of what's given during the time of kickoff.
Okay. And is that your decision?
Oh yes.
Okay, perfect. It's not like a collaboration between.
Oh no, I mean, you know, I do take the advice of my staff. That's why you have them there, right? To make sure there's there's clarity and we're all on the same page. And it's not about my answer or their answer. It's about doing things the right way all the time.
Okay. 808-296-1420 is the number to text or call in. Anybody here have a question? We do have a microphone. We can get it to you guys. If you have a question, just raise your hand at some point when I ask for it. But let's get into Vanderbilt. They've been here since Sunday. They've got a pretty darn good quarterback that was named their starter just as camp started. And he was a guy that runs the ball, throws the ball, and he's kind of their Mr. Everything on offense.
Yeah, great quarterback. You know,
we're talking about Mike Wright, by the way, number 5.
Yes, great quarterback. You know, he's dynamic, he's athletic, and that's a good thing for them, right? You know, they do recruit really well. You know, being in the SEC, and for him to have won the job and beat some of the quarterbacks that they do have, you know, he has to be good, and so we're expecting him to be sharp and ready to go when he plays us on Saturday.
He ran, just so you guys understand what kind of a runner he is, he ran for 152 yards against Missouri last year. That sounds almost like a Michael Carter or like an option type quarterback, but they use him in just about he can throw too. They've got some good receivers.
Yeah, they got some good guys, some good targets that they throw to. They're going to play with a tight end or 2 tight end system that allows them to do different things with their run game and their play action and their RPO and throw the ball down the field or throw short game things. And so, you know, they're going to be a back and forth offense, and we got to do a good job of just keeping things underneath for us and tackling and getting guys down the ground and getting off on third down.
They've got a stable of really good running backs. They get Ray Davis, number 2, back from injury. He had 238 yards rushing before a season-ending injury in the 3rd game of the season. But this is another. I'm sure that the run game, while you're working primarily with the offense, I know that your defensive coordinator, defensive staff is probably thinking a lot about those guys too.
Yeah, they hang their hat on the run game, and that's where their offense starts. And so they're going to use a couple different running backs, as you mentioned. Ray, good back, explosive. He gets into the backfield and he can take it all the way. And so we got to be gap sound and make sure that when they do hand off the ball, we're in our respective areas and able to tackle.
Yeah, he's 5'9", 205 pounds. So his low center of gravity is very hard to bring down. Again, he's coming back from injury, but I'm sure he's pumped up because he is a senior. They do have Patrick Smith back there in the backfield. And again, they've got a slew of wide receivers that do awesome things. Let me just tell you how big their tight end is real quick for everybody that's here. Their tight end is 6'4", 301 pounds. Is that not the biggest tight end? That's probably the biggest tight end you'll play against this year.
I don't know. I know who you're talking about. That's got to be a typo.
Right?
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Typo,
maybe maybe 201.
Yeah, because he's a receiver. He's a receiver type tight end. Yeah.
I was about to say they need to put him like in a museum. He's just huge.
Yeah.
But okay. Speaking of huge, if you guys remember that commercial, where's the beef? It's on the offensive line. Mm-hmm. Those guys are big.
Yeah.
They're a little less experienced on the offensive line, but they do play in the SEC, which means they're probably all pretty good.
Yes. And like we said, talked about SEC recruiting. It's they're going to be big. They're going to be strong. They're going to be fast. And to run the ball, they got to have beef up front, and that's exactly what they do have.
Yeah, they want to keep their quarterback protected. They don't give up very many sacks, and there's two reasons for that. One, the offensive line is pretty good, and two, quarterback runs the ball very good. So that's what. Let's talk about defense. Any particular name or number that sticks out in your head on the Vanderbilt defense that you guys have prepared for? Since I know the scout team is working their offense and defense.
Probably a good defensive lineman that they have is Elijah McAllister, number one.
Yep.
It's probably their prototypical guy that maybe could have left last year out to the draft and been in the NFL right now, but decided to come back and play for their coach. And he's a great player, big, long, dynamic, can do both. Both rush the passer, stop the run, or draw back in coverage. And so, he does a lot for them, and we expect him to be the same way.
And he is a team captain, so he's a leader on the field like another coach. This isn't a typo, by the way. He is 6'6", 285 pounds. So he is a big boy, and he's in his 5th year. Anybody else? We're expecting a lot of passing from the Rainbow Warriors. I know you don't want to divulge anything, but what does their secondary look like?
Secondary has probably more experience back there than up front. I think they're a little banged up front on their defensive line, but a little bit more experience on the back end. They'll do multiple different things, whether it's zone coverage with 2 high, or they'll get into their zone pressures and play a 1 high look, or they'll come after us and play man coverage in certain situations. And so just got to be aware of everything that they're doing. But some good cover guys back there. I think the corners are either 5'11" to 6'1", which is pretty big at corner. And you have to be in the SEC. But all those guys run well and play fast.
This question, this might be a loaded question. I'm not sure exactly how I would answer it, but the question is, how would you judge success or progress? Let me say that word right. Progress.
Yeah, that's a great question. You just gotta. I have to see what we have. I got to see what the team looks like when the bullets are flying. And to me, it's about management of them, management of how they react in these situations when the bullets are flying. You really want them to try to limit as much as mistakes as possible, and play clean and do their job. And so You know, if you know, they're gonna lose battles. You know, individually they'll lose some battles. You know, I can handle that. You know, the mental stuff is the ones that really hurt you. You know, if they're not aligning correctly, they're not giving themselves a chance by getting, you know, doing some of the simple things like their fundamental techniques. You know, if they don't give themselves a chance to do those things, or they're not aligned, or they don't see things with their eyes, you know, that'll get you beat. But other than that, you know, it's just trying to see what these guys are ready to do. I know this. They're gonna play hard. You know, they're gonna play hard for the state, and they're ready to do that.
We've got another couple of questions about accessories and gear. I know that's not your department. Is there any word about possible jerseys? I know that somebody was asking about the mini helmets, but that's not kind of your department.
No, it's I'm not sure. Just really not sure about.
So stay tuned to that, to the H zone. We'll have that. Any word about a Warrior mascot? And I know that this question's probably being asked because at the time that you were playing, Vili the Warrior was the mascot.
Man, Vili looked good at SoFi Arena. I saw a post of him getting after the camera, and he was posted up on that nice big billboard in SoFi, and you know, and
that's my dad up there. I saw that.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome to see Vili. I was excited about that. But as far as right now, going into Saturday, no mascot.
No mascot.
But you know, it could happen.
Your thoughts on the way, because this is just coming from me, because I know it's compartmentalized, it's sections. We've talked to players. Your coaches, I know that you put this coaching staff together because of a bunch of different reasons. But the way they've come through camp and the way they've coached the players, are you liking what you see out of the coaching staff that you've put together?
Yep, I do. You know, they're better people than they are anything else. You know, and that's why I hired them. You know, they relate to the guys well. They've helped build the culture. They reiterated all the standard and what we're trying to build here and do here. With the X's and O's, I love what we're doing. You know, I do. I love all three phases: offense, defense, and special teams. And we're gonna give ourselves a chance. You know, I really believe that. You know, it's just about getting those guys to believe in it as well and executing it on Saturday.
Perfect time to take our second timeout because his Locomoco's here, and we're waiting on some more questions. It's the weekly thing. That's what you love.
Right now, Charlie Way tells me every time I see him that we're still 0-0 right now. So if we keep winning, I'm ordering Locomoco.
Bingo with the Wagyu. Okay. Break time. When we come back, we'll answer more of your questions. Go ahead and give us a call, and if anybody here has a question, I'll be more than happy to take those. 808-296-1420. This is Call the Coach with Timmy Chang.
When you choose a primary care physician affiliated with Hawaii Pacific Health, you'll have access to all 4 of our medical centers, 70 locations, and hundreds of specialists statewide. Your primary care physician coordinates your care within Hawaii's most comprehensive system and takes a personalized approach to prevention and wellness, helping you live healthier. To learn more, visit hawaiipacifichealth.org/primary care.
Here's something new from Pacxa, Hawaii's premier technology provider. HPE Electra powers your data from edge to cloud. The HPE data infrastructure is AI-driven, built for cloud, and delivered as a service. The solution provides fast, consistent performance and 99.9999% guaranteed availability. To learn more and to schedule a demo with Pacxa, Hawaii's HPE Gold partner, go to paxa.com/Electra. That's paxa.com/ALLETRA.
What you doing now? I'm doing my own PV system, and I get homie fall-proof gear. I don't think bubble wrap and duct tape going work. Yeah, I get them. Check this out. Okay. You okay? I think that heat expanding stuff is true. Getting smoky and hot in here. Oh no. It's raining over here. How we pop all the stuff? Oh, careful.
Make sure to have an electrical contractor and licensed electrician do your photovoltaic installations and electrical work.
IBEW Local 1186, lighting your path to the future.
Here's here's TNT Tinting's founder, Tommy Silva.
One of our most popular products today is our Lumar Select Pro Valor Self-Healing Paint Protection Film, or PPF for short. It's a 6 mil thick clear urethane film that covers some or all of your vehicle's painted surfaces. No more costly damage from loose gravel, bird droppings, road tar, and road debris. This new generation PPF is not only self-healing, but also has a hydrophobic ceramic top coat, keeping it glossy and stain resistant with the best manufacturer's 12-year warranty. With Valor, you get paint protection film and a ceramic coating in one.
So if you have a new vehicle, visit TNTTinting.com or call and get our new vehicle 15% off Valor PPF special. Limited time only. Call now.
You got a friend in the business at TNT.
Head coach Robert Amo and the Rainbow Wahine Volleyball Ohana return to action this September as they battle for a conference championship and an NCAA tournament berth. This year's home schedule includes West Virginia, USC, UCLA, along with competitive Big West Conference foes. Season and individual tickets on sale now. Go to etickethawaii.com or stop by the Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center box office. Rainbow Wahine Volleyball, be a part of the Ohana.
Call the Coach with Timmy Chang on ESPN Honolulu.
And we're back live at Ruby Tuesday in Moanalua with head coach Timmy Chang. All right, Coach, 3 facets of the game. We've talked offense, we've talked defense, we've even talked about Vanderbilt a bit. Let's talk special teams. Coach Sheffield has done a pretty good job. I know that he's even growing a beard, but he's also got the Brotherhood tattoo.
Yeah. He's bought in.
I'd say it's probably safe to say he's not leaving you anytime soon.
No. We have an understanding, and we told each other we're better when we're together. And I'm his guy when it comes to special teams, and have been his guy. Since Nevada, we 2 years ago, and we both were going to Colorado State together. And when this job came up, I told him, I'd love for you to come with me, and he did. And so we have that ride or die culture. The kids are bought in, I continue to say, but they have fun with it, and you'll know your team when you start watching special teams. You'll know what kind of team you have, and you just think about all the great teams that you've seen here when June was coaching. Those guys were flying down and making plays, kickoff return, punt return. They made havoc, and really you have a lot of your local boys on there too, and they're all bought in. It's a fun time.
Okay. I think though I would make the bet that there is one person he would leave for. He would leave this place for, and I know you know who it is.
Who's that?
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yeah.
This is a guy who probably emailed him a ton of times, messaged him on Instagram, and said, "I love you, man."
Yeah.
He's got a helmet signed by The Rock. He's pretty much sponsored by Zoa. He just is an absolute huge fan of The Rock.
I tell you what, Coach Sheffield, probably if he didn't go into coaching, he was going somewhere toward WWE or one of those wrestling entertainment jobs. But he does a great job, he brings a lot of energy with him. He gets to coach the tight ends, and he has a good one in Jordan Murray and Caleb Phillips. Again, two other transfers that came in. But he does a great job, and he has a couple great kickers.
You guys spend an enormous amount of time on special teams. Let's talk about the kickers since you brought them up. Starting with Matthew Shipley, one of the best in the conference.
Yeah, Matthew is not only a great kicker, but he is really athletic.
Mm-hmm.
He runs one of the best on the team, and so he's dynamic now. And so he can do a couple different things that we're excited about. But punting and field goal wise, I put him up there with some of the top guys in the conference. For
yeah,
sure.
Absolutely. He's only missed a couple of field goals, but he's a perfect 100% on his PATs. and that says a lot about the guy. And he's got a statistic that you probably don't want a kicker to have. He's got a couple of tackles.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's gonna stick his nose in there because he's super athletic. You know, runs well. He's built really well. You know, he looks like a DB or a receiver. You know, type body. But strong leg, good kid, has a great demeanor about himself. And he comes to work every day. He's one of the hardest workers. You know, the thing that we try to do is we try to save their legs and make sure they're fresh and peaking on this Saturday.
Before we get to some more of the specialists here, injury-wise, this is from Tony on Facebook. Injury-wise, is the team healthy?
Yeah, you know, for the most part, but you're going to get banged up. You know, that's football. You're going to get banged up. We're dealing with it. You know, I'm sure our opponents are dealing with it. Everybody across the country is dealing with it. And so that's why you kind of have to you have to have depth, and you got to recruit well, because these things will pop up, and you don't want your number, you know, the number 2 to not miss a beat when something does happen to one of your starters.
There's a couple of questions about the stadium. $30 million of improvement, 17,000 next year. It looks like we could be at capacity this week at 9,300. Your thoughts on the improvements that they're going to make at TC Chang?
What a great investment. You know, the more people we can get seeing our beautiful university and campus, having that place rocking. You know, I know it's going to be rocking with 9,000, but you know, to think about 17,000 in a venue like that, intimate, the things that can go on that athletic campus. I think for us, we just want to get 9,300 off the ground and see what that looks like, you know, with the concert and some of these other things that we're doing, keiki zones and you know, just a lot of different things. I think there's about 20 or so food vendors and trucks that are going to be there.
It's going to look a lot like the Island Day spring game.
It will. It will have a great feel of that, and but just excited to get it off the ground and see what it looks like the game. You know, see where the problems are going to lie. You know, and where as a university, as an athletic department, where we can see to improve, and the most important thing is the fan experience. You know.
Yeah, it's got to be fun.
It has to be fun. It has to be fun. It has to have that buzz and that electricity. So just like how it was at Aloha Stadium when we were at our best. And so you want that. Even though it's a smaller venue at 9,000, it's still going to be buzzing and electric. But with 17. And that could be pretty fun for our campus.
Well, part of that electricity will rely on you and your boys, just saying. And I think that with by the way, 1:30 gates open, 2:30 is the concert with the green in the Stan Sheriff Center. Game kickoff 4:30. Of course, you can catch us always live right here on ESPN Honolulu. And we've got a couple more questions. This one's coming from Daryl. I love the way fall camp started off, and you and the coaching staff confident with the depth of the roster should guys need to be replaced via fatigue or injury. As an alum, are you extremely hyped up?
I am. You know, I'm very excited inside, but you know, my demeanor will probably stay the same the whole way. I'll be laughing and joking and just, you know, having fun. But really excited, you know, and even I say the demeanor is that way, but also, you know, you're gonna be nervous, you're gonna be anxious, you're gonna have all those things, and I think that's what I love about coaching is that I still get the butterflies and that unexplainable feeling of getting ready to play a game. It's just that I'm not playing it anymore, you know, but I still get all the feeling and you know, the bus ride in and, you know, the being with the guys and the team meetings and the dinners and the night before the game. I mean, we're gonna watch Top Gun the night before the game.
That'll do it.
And you know, we'll do it in our lecture hall. You know, we'll turn out the lights. We'll give the kids some gelato and stuff after dinner, and we'll just sit there and watch the movie. And then I'll turn on some film and we'll have a night meeting. So give them something to think about before they go to bed. And thank our Outrigger sponsor for providing that hotel for us at the newly remodeled Outrigger Reef.
Are you Maverick or Iceman?
You could be my wingman anytime, John.
It's as if we are finishing each other's sentences. We're reading each other's minds. This is only the second Call the Coach we're doing together. That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, I guess I'll be your wingman. Here's one question. I find this kind of interesting. John, will you and Uncle Sam be in the Chang kitchen anytime soon? I think we'll probably have to wait till after football season.
You know what?
He's a little busy.
You know what? After I've seen how long you guys were filming, I don't know if I got enough time. I don't know if I got enough time in the day job.
Wow, new house and all. I'm going to go ask your wife.
You know,
no, she's like, I can't believe you just said that, Timmy. She's like, I want the food.
No, you know what? You know,
And
Uncle Sam was in town, and it was good to see him.
Yeah.
It was really good to see him. He was on campus. The episode's going to air sometime soon.
Yeah, it's so what Coach Timmy is talking about. We filmed a Title IX episode at the University of Hawaii in the Stan Sheriff Center with some female chefs, executive chefs that own their own restaurants. We had a nice little visit with Robin Amo, with Coach Laura Beeman.
Yeah.
It was nice, and Coach Timmy came down, and Sam wants to make poke for the entire team, so we'll see if we can make that happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You don't turn down Uncle Sam.
No.
So I'm probably gonna do that show with you guys. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know you're getting an evil eye over there. She's like, I want whatever they're making. I want to eat. Now I will tell you that I haven't had anything bad from Uncle Sam.
No, that's hard to do. You know, Sam.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam's a household name, and I'd be honored for him for us to do a show together, and you know, I'll be taking notes.
Okay, all right. Okay, here's a question from Grant on Facebook. Coach, is there anything you will do as far as superstition or ritual before the game? Like, do you wear the same underwear for a week? I mean, how does that work?
You know what? I probably do have some superstitions in there. I just don't know it. It's like this loco moco right here. You know, you just if we're gonna win, I'm gonna keep eating this damn. But it is the local moco is really good here at Ruby Tuesday.
You're right.
But there will be some stuff like, you know, if we're you know, with jerseys and stuff. You know, if we're winning in the jersey, how can you change it?
Yeah.
You know, or you know, those type of things. And so you know, we'll I like consistency. I love knowing what I'm doing every day and having you know, a plan in front of me. So you know, superstitions are part of it.
Okay, 296-808. I got to remember to put the 808 in front of that. We're getting a little bit of a buzz, Keegan. 808-296-1420. Let's talk Kyler Halverson. He's your kickoff guy. He's a soccer player out of Kaiser. He has done a fantastic job with touchbacks when he is kicking the ball. Are there any specific rules that you would like to see? Does Coach Sheff want him kicking down deep left? Is it kick it through the back of the end zone if we have to? What is your thoughts on kickoffs?
Yeah, you know, it all depends week to week, I would say. Okay. If there's a dangerous man back there, you don't want to really kick it to that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember playing a guy named Rashard Penny from University of San Diego State, and he was a good return man. He actually won the game with 2 returns back at us when we played him, and we were in that game. But you know, if there's a good one, you don't want to really kick it to him. You know, you kind of want to kick it away as a strategy, right? But he has the potential to put the ball in the end zone need be. And if you know, we want to do other things with it, then we'll plan strategically.
We'll continue our talk about special teams here with Coach Timmy Chang. When we come back, we're going to take our final timeout here. This is Call the Coach with Timmy Chang at Ruby Tuesday, Moanalua.
Would you easily be able to locate your home insurance and last 2 years of tax documents for a home loan application? Do you know where all of your time-sensitive documents are?
If you answered no to any of these questions, Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union wants to help you be better prepared.
Go to hificu.com and click enter to win a $100 Hele gas card when you register to download the Ho'okele Guidebook. Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Here's something new from Pacxa, Hawaii's premier technology provider. HPE Electra powers your data from edge to cloud. The HPE data infrastructure is AI-driven, built for cloud, and delivered as a service. The solution provides fast, consistent performance and 99.9999% guaranteed availability. To learn more and to schedule a demo with Pacxa, Hawaii's HPE Gold partner, go to paxa.com/Electra. That's paxa.com/ALETRA. VOLLETRA.
Head coach Robin Amo and the Rainbow Wahine volleyball team return to action this September as they battle for a conference championship and an NCAA tournament berth. This year's home schedule includes West Virginia, USC, UCLA, along with the competitive Big West Conference foes. Season tickets on sale now. Go to etickethawaii.com or stop by the Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center box office. Rainbow Wahine Volleyball. Be there for all the action.
Be a part of the show. Questions or comments for Bobby Curran, Kanoa Leahy, or the sports animals? Get in on the Zephyr Insurance text line, 808-296-1420. Zephyr Insurance, celebrating 22 years as Hawaii's hurricane insurance provider.
Summer is here. Do you stay in or get outside? Discover the unique all-new curved display screen of the iconic BMW 3 Series. Weave through the mountains in a stylish BMW X3 and take on even more adventures with your BMW X5 and its ample capacity to store all your gear. Because life isn't meant to be spent indoors. This year's summer adventure starts with a drive. Summer on. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Take advantage of special summer offers at BMW of Honolulu. Visit bmwhawaii.com.
Angie's List is now Angie, your home for everything home. With Angie, you could cross your next project off your to-do list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need, and we'll handle the rest. Sending a top pro to get it done. Or browse reviews, compare quotes from pros, and connect instantly. All for free. For everything from routine maintenance to a dream remodel. Because however you want your project done, we'll get it done. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
Like bones, your teeth lose density and become weaker over time, which can lead to tooth decay. And that can make your visit to the dentist feel like this. But if you want your dental visit to feel like this, try Crest Densify. Crest Densify actively rebuilds tooth density to extend the life of teeth by remineralizing enamel. Densify from Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America. Smile, Crest has you covered.
Call the Coach with Timmy Chang on ESPN Honolulu.
2 hours, 21 minutes, 38, I take that back, 2 days, 21 hours, 38 minutes, 50, 49 seconds to kick off. It's one of those things. The butterflies, I got butterflies. I'm not even playing. I know this question was asked last week. Are you more nervous going into your first game as a head coach, or were you more nervous knowing that you were going into your first game as a starting quarterback?
Definitely as a starting quarterback.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah, and the reason is because as a player, you know, you control those things, you know, on the field, and you know, and at that stage as an 18 to 22-year-old, I mean, there's a lot, you know, even staying home and being one of the top recruit in the class and being the quarterback position in that type of offense, it's a lot of pressure on you. You know, you the team goes. Mm-hmm. You know, it's one of those deals. And so, but as a coach, I've done a lot of different things in my life, and you take all these experiences and I bring it to work every day. I bring it to these kids, and really, you know, I don't have control of this situation. I control what I can, and I will do that. But it's on my boys. You know, they're the ones that are going out there, and I tell them all the time, ain't no one saving you, so we better get this right.
Scott texted in. He says, Coach, what part of your team do you feel the most comfortable about? Offense, defense, special teams?
I tell you what, I like the defense. Okay. I like the offense, and I like the special teams.
And that's a great way to go. Totally, just go ahead and lay it all out there. I like all the players. I like all the facets. I like all my coaches, and I particularly love the host of this show. Okay, Coach Chang, who's your hype man? Is it a coach or a player or both?
Yeah, there's a couple different ones. You know, we talked about Coach Chef a little earlier. He gets it going, and he's intricate to what we do. You know, there's not too many guys that talk to the team. You know, and I do that on purpose. I don't want the message to be mixed. You know, what we're building, our culture, our standard, those type of things. You know, it's said by the guys that are around the locker room, like Coach Chef, Coach Cody Cook. Those are two hype men and two guys that I rely on heavily to make sure the message delivered about what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish to win games. For a player, Logan Taylor, our second string will linebacker, has to be considered one of the hype mans, and his energy is infectious.
He's my favorite.
Yep.
Absolute favorite player of all time, and I'll tell you why.
Yep.
Because of his real name. Vader Ali'i Logan Taylor. His name is Vader.
No, that's his son's name.
Oh, his son. That's right.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Well,
his
he's my favorite father. Of all time.
Favorite father.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick, Coach. Do you have a cannon for an arm still, and have you shown your QBs any motivation?
I wouldn't say I
with
wouldn't
your
say
arms.
cannon. I'd say like a super soaker, one of them 50-footers. I don't. It's accurate though. It can spin it where it needs to go. But the quarterbacks do a great job. I'll throw to the receivers every once in a while, but it's their time, and that's the first thing I told these guys. I go, I don't play. You guys play, and so it's all about them.
Okay, we've got only a couple more minutes, but I do want to kind of condense this last question down. Run and shoot principles. Are we looking at more of an air attack, air raid system, power run game? Is it similar to what you ran at Nevada?
All of the above.
Bingo.
Yep.
That should be fun.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let me tell you a little fast story. Andy Reid is not the same Andy Reid that I was with in Philadelphia Eagles as he won the Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs. And so, you keep evolving. You keep evolving, but that run and shoot, special, no doubt about it. Love it, no doubt about it.
We will be back here at Ruby Tuesday, Moanalua next week, and we hope that it's after Coach Timmy Chang's first win of the season. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate all the text messages coming in. Coach, any one last final thought? We've got about 20 seconds.
Say a big prayer for my boys, man. They're going to go to battle for this state, and I want them to represent you well. They carry them. I tell them every time that you carry the state on your back. And so go ahead and go pray for them, and let's bring one home.
Good luck to you. Good luck to the team, and come away with the dub.
Appreciate you. Thank you, guys.
This has been Call the Coach with Timmy Chang.
You've been listening to Call the Coach with Timmy Chang on ESPN Honolulu. Brought to you in part by
Ruby Tuesday, Hawaii, IBEW Local 1186, Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union, Hawaii Pacific Health, and Pacxa.
When you bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive, you could save money, but it doesn't cover any terrible memories living rent-free in your head.
You remember that time you were singing in the shower, and then you heard a knock on the wall, and then you realized that your bathroom shared a wall with your neighbor's bedroom, and all you could do was stand there silently, thinking about all the other things they may have heard in the 4 years you've lived there? Yeah, good times.
Sorry, we can't save you from that memory, but we could save you money bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Renters insurance and bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
Here's something new from Pacxa, Hawaii's premier technology provider. HPE Electra powers your data from edge to cloud. The HPE data infrastructure is AI-driven, built for cloud, and delivered as a service. The solution provides fast, consistent performance and 99.9999% guaranteed availability. To learn more and to schedule a demo with Pacxa, Hawaii's HPE Gold partner, go to paxa.com/Electra. That's paxa.com/ALLETRA.
When you choose a primary care physician affiliated with Hawaii Pacific Health, you'll have access to all 4 of our medical centers, 70 locations, and hundreds of specialists statewide. Your primary care physician coordinates your care within Hawaii's most comprehensive system and takes a personalized approach to prevention and wellness, helping you live healthier. To learn more, visit hawaiipacifichealth.org/primary care.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Hi, this is Eddie. I'm the lead lumber for Hardware Hawaii in Kailua. I like helping customers find what they need. It's not like another stranger just shopping here. My customers are like my friends, and then I just help them all, and I feel good, and it just makes my day. We're out here in the lumberyard ready to serve you.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
The last thing small business owners need are added taxes and hidden fees on their monthly bill. That's nonsense. Spectrum Business doesn't do nonsense. When you switch to Spectrum Business, you'll get the best value for business internet and phone without that long list of added phone surcharges, taxes, and fees. Look at your bill, then switch to Spectrum Business. Visit spectrum.com/business to learn more.
Hey, I got a question. You hate bending over to put on your shoes? Wish you could just put them on standing or sitting without ever having to touch them? If so, then I have the shoe for you. Introducing new hands-free Skechers Slip-ins. Footwear you don't need to touch to put on, and it's only from Skechers, the comfort technology company. With new Skechers Slip-ins, you just step in and off you go. You don't even need to lace up. And these are not your standard slip-on shoes. This is the next level slip-in technology, so it's even easier. How do Skechers Slip-ins work? Well, there's a special smooth comfort pillow in the heel that helps your foot slide right into place. And it also keeps your feet secure in heavenly comfort, which means they stay on just like a pair of laced-up sneakers, and you can even put them on with your hands full. What, are you rushing out the door with your kids? No problem. Just step in them and go. Look, we all hate bending over and struggling to put on our dirty, old, germy shoes, but now, just get Skechers Slip-ins and never touch your shoes again. Find new hands-free Skechers Slip-ins for the whole family at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Bobby Curran, Kanoa Leahy, and the sports animals talk here. ESPN Honolulu, KKEA Honolulu, AM 1420.